Good luck.
You get excited or a little nervous because you don't have any tape on since you're freshman
That's what the focus was all about us. You have a general idea of what they're going to do and who they're going to play, but I still can't tell you when it's going to come. Are they a 3-down team? Are they a 4-down team? You prepare for all of it. And you make sure that your kids are ready for any situation, and it's more focusing on our situations and our playmakers and making sure that we can get them the ball and that they are coached well enough and they've repped it enough where that if they get thrown at something that they haven't seen very much, that they can react and identify it on the run and make sure that we can get out of it.
Jake, Dana had mentioned still some competition heating up at certain positions, especially running back there with Kennedy and Martell. As you go throughout the week, what are some things that you're going to be looking for out of those guys to ultimately make that decision as you get closer?
I think it's just consistency, and they've been consistent this entire fall camp, which is going to make it hard on us. But, that's a good problem to have. You're going to see, Kennedy and Martell, you guys have seen them run out there on the field. I don't know what Sink and what Letty, they've never been in a college atmosphere. And this is going to be a pretty wild game. So you just gotta ease some of these kids into it and just see how they react. But throughout the course of the week, I think these kids have shown enough of what they're capable of doing where you just got to rep them accordingly and make sure that they're mentally right for this game and that they're assignment-wise, they're ready to roll.
As far as receivers go, I know talking to Will last week, he said he feels a lot more trust with those backups. Have you seen that relationship progress? Have you seen those guys kind of step up and emerge to take over those roles?
I have, which is very comforting. Last year I didn't feel comfortable putting guys in the game, and I think that's what ran us down at times. But now you got Dom Maiden, and you've got these tight ends that are getting into the game, and Tevin Bush. You got all these guys that are capable of coming in and stealing a play here and there, but more importantly, that, like you're saying, Will is comfortable throwing to him, which makes me comfortable as a coach because he's the one out there that ends up having to execute the plays.
As far as the guys on the offensive line, what has that progression been like? I know talking to Colton, he had said he feels at the point that they're at right now, they're kind of farther ahead of where they were last year, just with the chemistry as a unit.
I think overall they're light years ahead of where they were at last year, just in terms of chemistry. The continuity, I think they're playing well together. I think they have a good understanding. The communication's on point. There's not very many communication busts during the play. So, and I think it's year 2 with Coach Wickline, a new O-line coach last year, that they understand where he's coming from and his expectations, and I think everybody's on board right now.
And with that up front, having Yanni and Colton, 2 guys with a lot of experience, I'm sure it makes you a little more comfortable with things knowing that you have those veterans up front?
No question. And that helps out with our right guard situation. Is a heated battle right now. But you've got some maturity on the edges that can sit there and tell them what to do and make sure that they're comfortable as well. So as a play caller, you're comfortable having 2 solid tackles in the game when you're up front because they can help with the interior stuff.